Hello Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning into this video. We are going to dive into your reading of what is blocking you romantically. So you could already have a romantic person in mind. You do not need to though for this particular reading. We're just going to see what is blocking you romantically and how can we change that, how can we fix it. Alright, so this is for any Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. We're starting off with our Pisces Hanged Man. So you could be dealing with a Pisces or be kind of calling a Pisces towards you. This can also say that we need to get our head out of the clouds a little bit. We need to be a little bit more realistic when it comes to connection. So there may be some sort of fantasy that you have in your mind when it comes to the perfect partner or when it comes to romantic connections in general that's holding you back. All right. We also have here our King of Swords. Now, this could be always guessing when it comes to your partner's emotions or guessing when it comes to what your particular person is thinking about. And so perhaps their need is perhaps there's a little bit of a need to be a little bit more down to earth and not guess what is happening next or guess where your person is going towards, but instead just remain positive and look towards a positive outcome of the situation. So there might be a lot of guessing games when it comes to what's next in your romantic connections or in romantic relationships in general, romantic pursuits. And that may be actually holding you back. You may be on the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Swords, have the fear of the ultimate ending. You know, you work for this connection. You try to put in the work for your own romantic connections. You try to put in the work in yourself. And then when it actually comes to applying things in a romantic connection and connecting with this person and seeing where things are going, it is very hard sometimes to look to the positives, right? It's hard sometimes to look towards the good of a situation if your mind is constantly guessing where this particular person is thinking about things, how they're moving forward, what is coming next. You know, it's so easy to look towards the negative outcome of the situation, to look at where it's been hurting before, where romantic love hasn't really worked out in the way that you wanted it to, instead of looking towards the positives. I do think that there is somebody, if they're not already in your energy, that may have a little bit of a stoic characterism to them, that does want to offer you a lot. They want to offer you a very stable connection. They perhaps even want to offer you some sort of engagement here as well, with our Ace of Pentacles coming forward. And if you're not at that point in time in a relationship, or you haven't even had this person come towards you, this is to say that there is a very positive connection and is positive progression that is going to come forward in this connection. If you just get past kind of the guessing game, if you just kind of get past this fantasy of what's going to happen in romantic connections versus the reality of what's going to happen. Because I do think Sagittarius, instead of looking towards the positives here, we seem to be in a cycle, our world card, of looking towards the negatives that have happened, and it causes us a lot of anxiety. It causes us a lot of worries because we want to do better in the past. We keep thinking about the good that has happened in your romantic connections, or that's good that has happened to you romantically in the past, and you want that to come forward again. You want those good times. You want to be able to make memories and look at the times right now as those good times in your connection in the future. But it gets so difficult when you're constantly looking towards the negatives or thinking about the negatives of the connection, or just about love and romantic partners in general here as well. And so with our Scorpio Judgment card coming out, as well as our Page of Swords, the universe is asking you to seek more realistic signs. They're asking you to seek more down-to-earth, grounded energy, to seek more from source, to show you that this is the way that you should be moving forward, and this is the reality of the situation, instead of conjuring up things in your mind and trying to play a guessing game with this person that doesn't necessarily share their emotions, or you not necessarily knowing what people are looking for romantically. Instead of playing that guessing game, look towards the signs, look towards what you can truly see of the situation, rather than coming up with things in your mind. And that's how you're going to move you forward, my dear, because looking towards the past, especially the negatives, and trying to make this outcome, this judgment of the outcome of the future based off of those negative past situations in order to save yourself, just causes more anxiety down the road. This card does not want to go in. So we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. We need to let go of that baggage, my dear Sagittarius. We need to let go of all that is not serving you and need to move towards a more positive point and frame of mind. You need to look towards the beautiful outcomes that want to come towards you rather than the negativities. And we also have the High Priestess that wanted to come out in the reverse as well. So definitely needing to tap into your intuition here a little bit more, needing to focus on, again, the positives, the light, the direction that your inner self is trying to show you, that your inner self is trying to teach you at the end of the day, rather than to focus on the negatives. It's going to be a way more important to you to focus on the positives. So I will also point out some zodiac signs that have come forward. We have Pisces, Leo, Taurus. We also have Scorpio, and our fixed signs here, Taurus as well as Leo again, Aquarius and Scorpio. All right, we have Between Worlds in the reverse, number 3. So this is saying what's stopping you from moving forward, that 3, what is stopping you from being able to actually have that expansion and have that good energy come into your life and see the positives when it comes to romantic connections in general here as well, is because you're shifting back and forth between worlds. You might be shifting back and forth between reality and fantasy. Reality, you know, might be not exactly what you're looking for it to be because you've come forward with these particular partners or have a stance or been in a place in romantic love where it hasn't been quite easy, and it hasn't been easy to see what's coming next or how things are moving romantically. And so you kind of get in this trapped fantasy land of creating these scenarios about what love is going to look like or what this romantic partner is thinking in order to combat that energy of like the negative outcome, right? You're kind of balancing back and forth between the beautifulness of the sun, of being positive, and this kind of gray days of the Ten of Swords, those negative experiences in love rather than positive. So what's stopping you right now? Also, the bottom of the deck is number here and now, number 32. Love that the 3 has come out again. All right, especially with the 2, because now we're seeing that expansion and movement forward in unity together in a coupling, right? And so this energy of, or this idea of being stuck between reality and fantasy is what's keeping you stuck romantically, because you're trying to be, you know, predicting the future based off the past, and that doesn't quite work in all situations. And so what the universe wants you to do is stay here and now. Think about the present moment, right? Think about what you can truly see happening in the situation, not what you're trying to predict is going to happen. So they want you to be more present in the current moment, and that's how you're going to be able to move things forward. All right, beautiful cards. We also have, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So there is already kind of this energy connection, whether you have met them in the physical realm or you've met them kind of in a subconscious space, you know, in an energetical field. You've already felt a connection start to pull you towards this particular person. You've already aligned yourself with the person that you seek. All right. So it's now just understanding the pull, understanding the direction that you need to be moving into, understanding this need to stay in the current moment in order to get this connection to come towards you. And we have illumination come forward, this beautiful sun energy. So seeing things, I see this as well as like the, what's that called? The colored glass, like the stained glass windows. And you need to see things a little bit clearly, like see the beauty rather than the confusion that can be behind that stained glass, like needing to see what's on the other side of it. Just look at the glass and see how beautiful it is, right? Stay in the present moment and see how beautiful it is. And on the bottom of the deck, we have happiness. So definitely happiness wants to come towards you as you stay in the present moment and as you see the things that are truly aligned for you right now, and just instead of trying to predict what's next, or trying to like predict how your person is feeling or how things are going or what's the next step that you should be doing, or how do you make sure that the past is not like, or the past is not bleeding into the present moment. We just need to be present in the present moment, right? And seek the happiness that's come forwarding to you right now. And that's how you're going to be able to move forward. So we also have the 5 of Wands. So really needing to work on becoming together with your partnerships, becoming together with those that you seek to become in a relationship with, rather than feeling this combative energy. We also have the King of Swords come out again. So understanding that your person is the King of Swords, or perhaps at times here they may present themselves as the King of Swords. And so it's important to understand that's just their characteristic. Sometimes they're going to come up as a little bit stoic. Sometimes they are going to come up as somebody who is, you know, thinking about things rather than expressing things or presenting things. They might just be internalizing, not internalizing it in a negative way, but like analyzing it internally rather than speaking it out. And sometimes that can come across as a King of Swords, and that's okay because that's who they are. So not fighting this partnership is going to be the best for you in the long run here as well. And the Nine of Wands, don't close yourself out to opportunities that want to come towards you. It's important to stay open to them. And we also have the King of Wands. So definitely there's going to be a lot of passion that wants to come your way here, Sagittarius. But this is also asking you to be in that passionate stance and be open. See things from a new perspective, right? Our little hawk eagle friend here. So see things from a little bit of a new perspective. And on the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. By seeing things from your partner's perspective and not fighting things, not fighting yourself along the way here as well, you end up in this divine partnership. All right, so this is a beautiful reading, I find. If you do resonate with this reading, drop me down a little sun emoji down below and let me know that you did resonate with this reading. I actually really love this reading. I think that there's a lot of growth that can come forward in it, so let me know down below as well if you did love this reading. But I do wish you the best of luck when it comes to romantic connection, Sagittarius, and if you haven't already met this person, they are definitely coming towards you quite soon. All right, best of luck.